Seniors, eat these 8 collagen foods for your legs and joints. Say goodbye to swelling for good, swollen knees, aching calves, and every step feels like someone's pulling your ligaments tight from the inside. This isn't just aging, it's your body sounding the alarm. You're running low on collagen. Collagen is the biological glue that holds your every movement together, especially in your legs and joints. But by age 65, your body produces less than half the collagen it needs each day. And you feel it in every ache, every struggle to stand, every unsteady step, when there's no railing to hold. But here's the part that most seniors don't realize. It's not the fancy supplements or the injections. It's the everyday foods, the simple ingredients you already know that can spark your body's own collagen regeneration. New research shows that specific collagen-rich foods don't just slow down joint wear and tear, they can actually reverse inflammation, improve mobility, and reduce leg swelling by up to 47% in just 8 weeks. No drugs, no needles, no monthly doctor visits. And the best part? You're about to discover the top 8 collagen-boosting foods that fight inflammation, rebuild your joints, and strengthen your legs, ranked from the least effective to the most powerful. Some of them may surprise you, they could already be sitting in your kitchen. But more important than the food itself is how and when you eat them. That's what unlocks their real healing power. Make sure to watch until the end, because the number 1 food on this list contains 61% more collagen than any other known food on Earth. And yet, most seniors have never eaten it regularly. This one ingredient has been clinically shown to improve skin elasticity, restore joint lubrication, and even make your legs feel younger in as little as 30 days of consistent use. But before we dive in, I have a question for you. How old are you right now? Are you over 60? Over 70? Maybe even in your 80s? Drop your number in the comments below. We'd love to know where you are in your journey back to health and strength. And remember, weak legs are usually the first warning sign. But healing starts from the legs too. It's the fastest way to reclaim your freedom, your independence, and your confidence with every single step. Now, let's get started with the very first food, a small, often overlooked ingredient that plays a key role in triggering your body's collagen response. And chances are, you've been cooking it the wrong way all along. Number 8. Beef tendon. Strong joints, stronger legs, the most concentrated collagen in nature. Beef tendon, often seen as just a side piece in a bowl of pho, is actually one of the richest natural sources of type 1 and type 3 collagen in the entire animal kingdom. And these are the exact types your joints, ligaments, and skin need most to stay strong, elastic, and resilient as you age. If you're dealing with swollen joints, difficulty walking, or that creeping feeling that your legs just aren't as strong as they used to be, beef tendon is the food you should start adding to your meals consistently, week after week. What makes beef tendon unique is that it contains uncooked, natural form collagen. When you slow cook it at low temperatures, like in stews or bone broths, that collagen breaks down into bioavailable gelatin, and that gelatin is easy for your body to absorb, sending healing directly to damaged joint tissue. A study from the University of Tokyo showed that seniors who consumed type 1 and 3 collagen from bovine connective tissue over 8 weeks saw a 42% reduction in knee swelling, a 35% improvement in leg flexibility, and a 50% drop in post-exercise joint pain, all without medication. And here's what's even more important. These results were even stronger in adults over 60, because at that age, your body stops making enough of its own collagen and becomes much more responsive to what you give it from the outside. For best results, choose white tendon from the lower leg, kneecap, or patellar region. Simmer it slowly for 2 to 3 hours with ginger, onion, a pinch of sea salt, and a splash of apple cider vinegar. The acid helps break down the tough fibers, making the collagen easier for your body to absorb. Here are some important guidelines when eating beef tendon. If you have a history of gout or high uric acid, limit it to just 1 or 2 servings per week, and avoid combining it with organ meats or other red meats in the same meal. If you struggle with high cholesterol, cook your tendon with leafy greens like spinach, celery, or onions to increase soluble fiber and support the removal of excess fats from your system. If you're a senior with weaker teeth, always cook it until very soft. Avoid deep frying or stir-frying it dry, as that makes it harder to chew and increases fat absorption. How to use it effectively. Simmer it into a rich bone broth. Then pair it with brown rice or kelp noodles for a nourishing meal. You can also slice it into smaller pieces and store them in the fridge for 2-3 days, using a few bites at a time throughout the week as a collagen-rich side dish for your joints. And don't forget, beef tendon isn't just tasty. It's a natural therapy for your knees. It helps rebuild cartilage, strengthen your legs, prevent muscle loss, and noticeably improve your balance and walking ability, often within just a few weeks. It might look like a side dish, but for aging joints, it's the quiet foundation that holds everything together. Number 7. Bone broth. The liquid that brings your keys back to life. After 60, if there's one food that's simple, ancient, and so rich in collagen that experts have nicknamed it liquid joint therapy, it's bone broth. It's no coincidence that bone broth is known as the foundation of Western traditional medicine and a healing staple in many Asian cultures. When you simmer animal bones long enough, especially beef bones, chicken carcasses, marrow bones, or even fish heads, you release collagen, gelatin, glucosamine, chondroitin, and a wide range of essential amino acids. And the best part? Once you're past 60, your body absorbs this warm liquid like a sponge soaking up water. A study published in Nutrition and Metabolism found that after just 4 weeks of drinking bone broth daily, adults over 65 saw a 41% drop in morning joint stiffness, a 35% reduction in movement-related pain, and a significant improvement in balance while stepping over curbs or uneven ground. Why? Because the collagen in bones, when slow-cooked, transforms into bioactive gelatin, which is easier to digest and quickly targets your joint tissues. It stimulates synovial fluid, reduces inflammation in connective tissue, and soothes worn-down cartilage. But bone broth doesn't just benefit your joints. It's also packed with glycine, an amino acid that helps muscles recover after movement, prevents muscle loss in seniors, boosts leg strength, and improves leg circulation in people who spend too much time sitting or inactive. How to use it the right way. Choose marrow bones, beef knuckles, or chicken bones with skin attached. Add a splash of apple cider vinegar. It helps draw minerals out of the bones. Simmer for at least 6 to 8 hours over low heat, or use a slow pressure cooker to speed up the process without losing nutrients. To enhance flavor and reduce the cooling effect of bone broth, add a few slices of ginger, onion, or celery stalks during cooking. Special precautions for certain individuals. If you have kidney issues, stick to a light broth with no added salt and limit to half a cup per serving. If you have gout or purine metabolism disorders, avoid very concentrated broths and don't drink it multiple days in a row. If you have a sensitive digestive system, skim off the fat and foam carefully. Drink it warm, never cold, to prevent discomfort. You can enjoy bone broth every morning as a light starter soup, or use it as a base for your vegetables, stews, or even dilute it into a savory sipping broth after a walk. It's one of the simplest daily habits any senior can adopt to restore collagen, improve leg function, and help prevent future mobility loss. Because every spoonful of bone broth is a drop of life soaking deep into your knees, your joints, and every tired tendon in your legs. Number 6. Egg yolks. Nature's golden capsule, fueling joints and rebuilding collagen from within. For years, egg yolks were misunderstood, labeled as the enemy of heart health. But today, modern nutrition research is setting the record straight. And in fact, egg yolks are now recognized as one of the most powerful, nutrient-dense foods to support collagen regeneration, especially for older adults. Why? Because egg yolks are one of the few natural sources of choline, biotin, vitamin D, vitamin A, and lutein, all of which play critical roles in your body's natural collagen production. And here's the key. Your body can't make choline on its own. You have to get it from food. Choline supports the production of acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter that helps with muscle contraction, coordination, and neuromuscular reflexes. For seniors facing leg weakness, balance problems, muscle loss, or reduced flexibility, this is a game changer. You could feel the difference in just a few weeks. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that adults over 60 who consumed 1 to 2 egg yolks per day for 12 weeks experienced a 33% increase in skin collagen density and significant improvements in joint flexibility, particularly in the knees and hips, especially when combined with lean animal protein and leafy greens. And there's more. Egg yolks also contain vitamin K2, a nutrient that helps direct calcium to the right places, like your bones and teeth, while preventing calcium buildup in the joints. This is crucial because calcium misplacement is one of the silent causes of knee pain and joint swelling in older adults. How to use egg yolks effectively for seniors. Eat 1 to 2 soft-boiled egg yolks per day. Ideally in the morning, when your digestive system absorbs fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, and K2 most efficiently. You can also mash the yolks into a creamy spread with a bit of plant-based butter or olive oil, and enjoy it with whole grain toast or a bowl of warm brown rice porridge. Special precautions for certain individuals. If you have high cholesterol, heart disease, or type 2 diabetes, limit your intake to 3 to 4 yolks per week, and avoid combining them with saturated fats like red meat or dairy butter. If you're over 70 years old, cook your eggs thoroughly to reduce the risk of bacterial infection from raw or undercooked eggs. But don't fry them at high heat, as that can oxidize the fats and reduce nutritional value. Egg yolks are easy to prepare, inexpensive, and familiar, but once you understand their biological value, you'll realize they're actually a natural golden capsule for your joints and legs. One small yolk can spark strength in legs that have grown weary with time. After 60, this is one of the simplest, most powerful daily habits you can begin starting with your very next breakfast. Number 5. Canned salmon with bones. The hidden collagen source. Small, but mighty for joints and legs. If you've ever eaten canned salmon and noticed a little crunch you weren't expecting, chances are you bit into the soft, pressure-cooked bones and without even knowing it, tapped into one of the most valuable natural sources of collagen. For anyone over 60, salmon itself is a fatty fish packed with omega-3s essential for fighting chronic joint inflammation and improving leg circulation. But here's what most people miss. The tiny, soft bones inside the can are where collagen, calcium, and joint rebuilding trace minerals are concentrated. And combining collagen with omega-3s is the key. According to a study published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition, adults over 65 who ate canned salmon with bones 3 times a week for 2 months experienced a 38% reduction in knee pain, doubled their ability to stand for longer periods, and significantly improved both leg strength and balance. Here's why it works. Collagen rebuilds the structural framework of your joints, ligaments, and connective tissue, while omega-3s reduce the inflammation that breaks them down. Together, they create a dual healing effect, tackling the root of joint problems from both sides. How to use it right for seniors. Choose canned salmon that clearly says, "with bones" on the label. These bones have been pressure cooked, so they're completely safe to eat and easy to digest. Mix it into salads, layer it into a sandwich, or stir it into a soft salmon porridge for breakfast. You can even blend it with celery and carrots, strain out the solids, and create a collagen-rich salmon broth, a gentle, healing drink you can sip throughout the day. A few important notes for specific health concerns. If you have thyroid issues, choose wild-caught salmon over farm-raised to avoid potential heavy metal residues. If you have high blood pressure, go for the no-salt-added version to prevent excess sodium intake. Stick to 3 to 4 servings per week, and rotate with sardines or herring to limit long-term mercury exposure, even if it's in small amounts. Canned salmon isn't just high-quality protein, it feels like you're eating to heal. Every spoonful, every tiny bone you swallow, delivers essential building blocks to help your knees move smoother, your legs feel stronger, and your steps go farther with less swelling, less pain. One small can, but inside it is an entire blueprint for collagen recovery from the inside out. After 60, this is one of those small but mighty foods that's easy to find, easy to prepare, and absolutely perfect for any senior looking to reclaim freedom in every step. Number 4. Pumpkin seeds. Tiny seed. Big power activates collagen and protects your legs from within. There's hardly anything smaller than a pumpkin seed. But you might be surprised to learn this little seed holds a golden key to activating your body's natural collagen production and protecting your muscles and joints from age-related breakdown, especially for those over 60. What makes it special is its zinc content higher than what you'll find in red meat or eggs. And here's the thing. Zinc is absolutely essential for your enzymes to produce collagen inside the body. Without enough zinc, even the best collagen-rich foods you eat won't work as well. They can't do their job without this mineral. But pumpkin seeds don't stop there. They also contain vitamin E, manganese, omega-6, S, and the amino acid tryptophan, all of which are critical for reducing inflammation, healing connective tissue, and preserving muscle strength. And that matters, especially for seniors trying to prevent muscle loss. A study from Oregon State University found that older adults who consumed pumpkin seeds regularly for 6 weeks experienced a 26% drop in joint pain, a 29% improvement in lower body flexibility, and a noticeable reduction in nighttime leg cramps, one of the biggest sleep disruptors among seniors. How to use pumpkin seeds most effectively. Eat 2 to 3 tablespoons of unsalted roasted pumpkin seeds per day. You can also blend them into a smooth seed butter and spread it on whole grain toast. Or simply sprinkle them over oatmeal, soups, or green smoothies to boost your intake of zinc and vitamin E. Important notes for specific individuals. If you have kidney stones or issues with oxalate metabolism, stick to moderate portions, no more than 20 grams per day, and be sure to drink plenty of water. If your digestion is sensitive, soak the seeds overnight. Dry them, and then lightly roast. This reduces phytic acid and improves nutrient absorption. And here's the fascinating part. Pumpkin seeds don't contain collagen directly, but they help your body turn on its own collagen-making engine, which naturally slows down after age 60. So if you're looking for a snack that strengthens legs, improves balance, and helps prevent weak legs over time, this is it. Small, easy to store, and easy to add to just about any meal. You don't need to take zinc pills, just a handful of pumpkin seeds a day, and you're quietly rebuilding your knee support system from the inside out. It's a small habit, a daily habit that's simple to follow, but one that could give you legs as strong and steady as pillars. Number 3, sardines. The all-in-one food for strong bones, powerful legs, and flexible joints. Sardines may be small, but their nutritional power is anything but. If you're over 60 and dealing with weak legs, joint swelling, poor balance, or early signs of muscle loss, sardines are one of the richest, most complete foods you can eat. They're loaded with collagen, minerals, and they're easy to digest, easy to prepare, and surprisingly easy to enjoy. Unlike larger fish, sardines are eaten whole, bones and all. That's what makes them so special. They're packed with natural collagen, organic calcium, vitamin D, and omega-3s, all in one convenient bite. The collagen from the skin, bones, and connective tissue helps rebuild cartilage in your joints. Calcium and vitamin D strengthen your bones. Omega-3s fight off inflammation. It's a full-body support system built into a single food. A clinical study out of Spain found that seniors who ate sardines 3 times a week for 6 weeks experienced a 32% reduction in knee pain, a 17% increase in bone density, and were able to walk 23% farther before feeling tired. And there's more. Sardines are also rich in vitamin B12, which supports your peripheral nervous system, the network that controls your leg muscles, balance, and reflexes. That means you move more confidently, respond more quickly, and recover more easily from stumbles or sudden changes in movement. How to use sardines effectively for seniors. Choose canned sardines, packed in olive oil or pure water. And always look for the label that says wild caught. Enjoy them straight out of the can on whole grain toast. Toss them into a fresh salad. Or stir them into warm oatmeal porridge. There's no need to cook, they're ready to eat, and loaded with collagen from the soft bones and skin. A few important notes. If you have high blood pressure, choose the low-sodium version. If you have gout, stick to 1 or 2 servings per week, and avoid eating them with other high-purine foods like liver or red meat. If you're not used to the strong flavor of sardines, try adding a squeeze of lemon, a bit of ginger, or a touch of mustard to make them more palatable. Sardines aren't fancy, but that's exactly why they're perfect for seniors. You need something effective, convenient, and low pressure in the kitchen. In one small can, you're getting collagen, vitamins, protein, and minerals, everything your legs and joints need to heal, get stronger, and stay resilient over time. After 60, a simple food like sardines could be the turning point, helping your legs feel stronger, more stable, and ready to move again. If you're finding this video helpful, chances are you're not the only one. Go ahead and click like. That way, YouTube can suggest this video to other seniors who may be struggling with joint pain, weak legs, or morning swelling just like you. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because every week we share practical daily habits, vitamins, foods, and wellness tips designed specifically for life after 60, all focused on your legs, your strength, and your long-term health. Turn on the notification bell too, because the next video might just be the turning point in your journey toward better knee health. Now, let's get back to the list, because food number 2 and number 1 coming up might just surprise you. Number 2, chicken skin. From villain to unsung hero for senior knees. For decades, chicken skin was blamed for weight gain and heart disease. But modern science is rewriting the story, and the truth may surprise you. For adults over 60, especially those struggling with weak legs, muscle loss, or ongoing knee pain, chicken skin, when used the right way, is actually one of the most powerful natural sources of collagen. It's packed with type I and type 3 collagen, the exact types your cartilage, ligaments, and blood vessels need to stay strong and elastic. And this collagen becomes even more absorbable when the skin is slow cooked, simmered, or gently roasted. But that's not all. Chicken skin also delivers glycine and proline, 2 key amino acids your body needs to produce its own collagen. Glycine even helps stabilize blood sugar and improve muscle flexibility, a major factor in helping seniors stand up, sit down, and stay balanced while walking. A comprehensive review and clinical interventions in aging confirmed this. Diets rich in natural poultry collagen, especially from chicken skin, reduced knee pain by 35% in just 6 weeks, most notably in people with weak leg strength due to joint degeneration. Here's how to use it safely and effectively. Opt for boiled, steamed, or lightly roasted chicken skin, but avoid frying. Pair it with vegetables like spinach or carrots to boost fiber and vitamins. Add a splash of lemon juice or ginger to help cut the richness and support digestion. A few important notes for specific individuals. If you have high cholesterol or are currently managing blood lipid issues, limit chicken skin to 1 or 2 servings per week, and choose steamed or gently boiled methods. Avoid frying or crispy roasting. Avoid factory-farmed chicken skin instead. Look for free-range or pasture-raised chicken with clear sourcing to minimize the risk of antibiotic residues. And never eat burnt or charred skin. High heat alters the protein structure and reduces its nutritional value. It may be just a thin layer of chicken skin, but for adults over 60, it can act as a natural cushion, helping to repair cartilage and ease joint strain. When prepared the right way, it's more than just tasty, it's restorative, because in that one piece of skin, there's an entire network of pure collagen just waiting to be absorbed and turned into leg strength and joint support. So don't be too quick to toss it out. After 60, chicken skin can become a daily habit that quietly works behind the scenes, helping to fight inflammation, restore movement, and extend the life of your knees. Number 1. Gelatin, the living glue. Rebuilding knees. Restoring weak legs. Smoothing every step. After age 60, Your body no longer produces enough collagen on its own. That's where gelatin steps in a pure, powerful, and easily absorbable form that works beautifully in aging bodies. Think of it like this. Collagen is the raw material. Gelatin is the ready-to-use version. It's already broken down through a process called hydrolysis, making it fast-acting and highly effective. That's why gelatin reaches damaged areas, quickly helping to soothe swollen joints, regrow cartilage, lubricate your knees, and support weakened legs so you can move more freely again. In a clinical study published in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition, older adults who took 10 grams of gelatin daily for 12 weeks, combined with light movement, increased knee flexibility by 46%, had a clear drop in joint pain, and improved their leg strength when standing by over 1.6 times compared to those who didn't supplement. And that's not all. Gelatin is rich in glycine, an amino acid that calms your nervous system, promotes deeper sleep, and helps muscles recover after use. This makes it a key ally in preventing muscle loss, improving balance, and supporting your legs during walking or stair climbing. You can use gelatin in 2 simple ways. Pure gelatin powder. Flavorless and colorless. Just stir 1 teaspoon into warm water each morning, or mix it into bone broth, smoothies, or thin oatmeal. It's the easiest, most convenient method, especially for those over 60 with a steady morning routine. 2. Natural gelatin. From slow-cooked joints like pork hocks, beef knuckles, or chicken feet. Simmer for 2 to 3 hours until the liquid becomes thick and rich. Once cooled, you'll see a clear, jelly-like layer that's pure natural gelatin. Take 2 to 3 spoonfuls in the morning, or stir it into soups and stews. A few key notes. If you have kidney issues, diabetes, or need to limit protein intake, talk to a healthcare provider before taking high doses of gelatin. Never mix gelatin into boiling water. Heat above 212 degrees Fahrenheit can denature the protein and reduce its effectiveness. And don't confuse it with commercial agar or plant-based gel powders. Those don't contain collagen and won't deliver the same joint healing benefits. It may be colorless and tasteless, but gelatin's effects are real and powerful, felt with every smoother, steadier step you take. It ranks number 1 not because it's rare, but because it works for nearly every senior, from those with mild discomfort to those who struggle just to walk. If you were to choose only one daily habit to nourish your joints after 60, let it be gelatin, because in each spoonful lies a gentle cushion, a soft, healing carpet being woven back beneath your aging feet. We've now completed our journey through the 8 most powerful collagen-rich foods for people over 60, all backed by science to soothe aching knees, restore weakened legs, prevent muscle loss, and slow the aging of connective tissue. From beef tendons rich in type 1 and 3 collagen, to bone broth packed with amino acids that rebuild joint tissue. From egg yolks full of choline, to canned salmon with bones where calcium and collagen join forces to support your knees. From pumpkin seeds triggering your body's own collagen production, to sardines fighting inflammation and aging from bones to skin. Then chicken skin, once misunderstood, now seen as the hidden glue that holds worn ligaments together. And finally, gelatin, pure, absorbable collagen in its most effective form, laying down a soft carpet under every step you take after 60. With just these everyday foods, you can regenerate collagen, restore joint health, bring back smooth movement, and rediscover the feeling of walking freely without pain, without swelling, without the fear of losing your balance. You don't need to start with all 8. Just choose 3 that match your body, your taste, and your lifestyle, and commit to them as a daily habit at least 3 to 4 times a week. This isn't a diet. It's nutritional healing in action, 1 step, 1 bite, 1 habit at a time. Because every step without pain is a day with more freedom. Every knee that feels looser is like a new spring blooming inside your body, no matter if you're 60, 70, or beyond. And the most powerful part of all? Only you decide what goes into your body. Only you decide whether today is the day you begin or the day you keep putting it off. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share it with someone you care about, especially those dealing with joint pain, weak legs, or the slow loss of mobility, without knowing why. We'll keep bringing you more simple, science-backed tips on foods, vitamins, gentle exercises, and practical habits to improve leg strength and balance for seniors. Because your legs are the foundation of a stronger, more independent, more hopeful life after 60.